There we go.
Ready.
You were like a Jedi with those lights, because I looked over there, they were turned off, and then I was looking around for the remote control, and the remote control wasn't there, and now the lights are on.
No, they were on when you were up there working on the topic board.
Our podcast ambiance lighting.
Yes, it is.
So before we started the podcast in the green room, we tried out a whiskey, Yamazaki.
The Yamazaki 12-year single malt.
Single malt. And,
Japanese, yes?
I believe so. And a shout out to those guys. It was well received. Very tasty, very sweet.
I don't know if it's worth the $210.
Yeah. Is that how much it was?
At Total Wine, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's not many are worth that. I don't want to pick on this one, but not many are worth that.
No, and you know what? The reason why I brought that up is because, we're probably not going to talk about it again until...
Well, it's tasty because it had a lot of teas and tobaccos, but it had a lot of sweetness to it as well. I kind of liked it.
It was good. It was different.
It was light.
It's very different than what we're definitely used to.
It was
right
a very
now.
light. It was 86 proof, so it's take that for what it means.
Yeah, that's true too.
But it was good.
It's the third week of August, and the time is flying. It's August 20th. It's Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
We're on a roll, aren't we?
Yeah,
many weeks in a row now.
Yeah, well,
people are getting sick of us.
No.
Well, we had a stretch where there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah,
I know.
Yep,
Your parents, Paul, my dad, Sean was out of town for a while, so there was a lot of shit going on since the beginning of the year. So essentially,
back and forth.
Yeah.
Check us out on Dudes Like Us Instagram, Dudes Like Us Podcast, Dudes Like Us Woodcraft. We're also on the Facebook. We got a couple pages there.
The Facebook.
The Facebook.
I don't know. Is it Facebook or the Facebook?
Or is it Meta?
Well, I don't. Whatever.
Metaverse.
Meta. That's so silly. Have you guys been on that?
No,
Never.
I have no desire to do that. When they first came up with the Meta thing, it's the virtual thing where you wear the little eye goggle things. I don't know. What are
And
those
you
called?
can buy property in
VR.
in the.
Yeah, that was one thing because it was like a rap star. I think it was Snoop Dogg. I think he was like, he was bragging about how he had purchased like all this land inside of a virtual thing.
Yeah,
And
I think, and even companies did. They opened up McDonald's or whatever inside the metaverse.
Absolutely retarded.
it's stupid.
And has it fizzled out, or are people living in it?
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
There's some game, and Mr. Producer may know more than I, but there's a game called Sims, and it is a game that I know some people
I've
to
played
just
Sims.
be. So you have? I've never played it.
Not on the virtual, but I've played it on the computer.
Yeah, what is that all about?
You're simulating like Sim City. You never played Sim City?
Yeah, I played SimCity. That was fun as shit.
I've never played the Sim People, but I've played Sim City, where you build cities and looks like you have actual people that you are now, though. I haven't played.
Yeah, it's like you're basically creating a fake world because you don't like your world enough, so you're creating another world where you're like,
I want to be a girl.
you're popular or somebody likes you somewhere.
What did you say? You want to be a girl? Like
Well, I think that's what some of this is. Yeah, you can be that hot chick with the jugs.
So wasn't it that you could build on a server where there's multiple people in that same server, and you're
Yes.
building so you're literally walking into other people, and you could be a female logo, or what is it called?
Avatar.
The avatar, female avatar
So-
walking around, and
But this looks
guys
like
that hit on you?
like a game. This isn't.
It is.
Well, meaning you're playing like a scripted game. This isn't just living in this world where you're like interacting with people.
I don't know. I think there is.
Is that true?
Is that true? It is.
Well,
It's a
not
scripted
like-
game.
It's not like. Is there a little bit of it where it's like World of Warcraft, where you're in these massive communities and you bump into people and go on quests? It's not like that.
I don't know.
So I mean, would it be like? Yeah, okay. Fill us in.
Well, we can't hear him.
Well,
Yeah, we're having a weird.
yeah. If you
Are you
remember,
armed?
if you remember, we talked about it. That Sims. I don't know which game or version it was. They came out with the tranny scars.
What?
Oh,
What are
God.
tranny scars?
Those are the
Well, the
vasectomies.
vasectomy scars.
Also, if they take off their shirt,
they've got.
They're proud of that.
You know
It's like a
what?
badge of honor
Correct.
to show that scar because that
Good
means
Lord.
they were true to themselves and they had the courage to do it.
Whatever.
that's masochism.
I wonder if they have.
Kinda is.
I wonder if they have the penis sleeve scar on the arm because they cut your forearm skin off and make it a tube.
Why did you? Why?
And they have huge
How do you know that?
scars.
I know. And why you're so eager to talk about it sometimes?
Yeah.
He's brought it up like
I
10
am.
times. Have you
I
noticed
am.
that, Sean?
His personality. He's got an Iron Maiden in his closet.
Right. Right.
What's that? I don't know. Get in.
Dark stuff.
It's all these spikes.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It'll massage your
Oh, why are
back.
you closing it? What happens when you close the door?
It's dark in here.
God,
It's about to be really dark.
that was really dark, Sean. All right. Anyway, were you gonna share something with us, Mr. Producer, about how this Sims life world is? Or all right, so tell us about Sims.
Okay, Sims is like, think of it less like it's not an online game. Like the only thing online that I know you can do with Sims, by now my knowledge,
Oh, it's not an
no,
online
it's not
game.
online.
Oh, okay.
It's the only thing you can do that I know about online Sims is like share, because you customize the person. Like you basically are God controlling one person.
And you can do whatever you want in this world.
And it doesn't necessarily even have to be one person. You can control a whole family. You can control like a couple, and like
Sure.
so basically you can either start as a kid or
This sounds very gay.
yeah.
Well, look at the
I'm out.
warning up there. It's crude humor, sexual themes, and
See, there you
violence.
Violence.
I mean, yeah, but it doesn't.
Are you like boning people in this?
Are
You can have a child in this game.
Like,
Do you get to see
they
it
show
happen?
No,
full coitus?
Oh my God.
I mean there
Do you,
is
do you get to witness the birth of your
there are
child?
mods.
You're hitting your button, thrust.
And it says
Fail. You did not make it in time.
It says your mate is unhappy.
Premature.
You don't know.
Press button faster. Premature. Mate is very unhappy.
Disqualified.
I mean that can happen in the game. It'll send you a little pop up and be like, your mate left due to unhappiness
Oh, that's
or something
funny.
like that.
You know, I could see a world where, people who are lonely go into this game and then they go to this virtual reality and they look totally different than they do, and they go to the virtual bar and literally, like, their friends from Belgium and Australia and somebody in Thailand, they have their characters and they hang out in that bar, and you go in there and you talk with them. It's like
I
a
bet
world
there's
within a
stuff like
world,
that.
right?
I bet there's stuff out there like that.
There's gotta be.
I currently play video games frequently, and
Yeah.
we, regardless what the game is, we're online, we're talking with each other,
Mhm.
and you get to know these guys because you play a lot, and they're all over the world. They can be all over the world,
Right.
Because depending on what but you get to know them by their name,
Yeah,
and
of course.
There's it's funny how that stuff happens. Hell, we have guys that play video games that now are avid listeners to the podcast.
Yeah, because you were sharing the stories.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Some of it's
Right.
cool.
So, and sometimes, adults, especially adult men that game, they get a bad rap, right? They're stigmatized into, oh, you live at home with your parents and you're in the basement playing video games. But, because I don't play video games, but I was thinking to myself, that would be just like you and your buddies, Sean. That would be a great way to stay in contact with, like, your adult children, or, who are not at home anymore, right? Obviously. Or, like you said, friends from college. I mean, it's a reason to get together and you're sitting there bullshitting while you're just mindlessly playing this game, right?
It's actually just like the podcast.
And you drank a box of red wine.
I did when I was playing World of
perfect.
Warcraft. I pour pints of red wine. But, it's just like anything else. I mean, it's just like you're talking, you're playing the game,
and you are truly socializing.
and there's this chit chat. But there's, you have to focus on the game because the main directive is the game. So, but, all the side talk is side talk, but it's still fun. And you look forward to playing with, the characters on there. It's not, the characters don't do anything. Like, it's not like, hi, I represent this character. It doesn't matter what the hell it is, because, I don't do that. I just kill people.
You don't go, hi.
No.
You don't do that?
With a little voice changer.
No shit. Surprised I could get
I'm
that.
actually a dude. You didn't know that. All right. Anyway,
Dial
so
it back
I
there, darling.
I was bringing that up because I was like, I could see myself at some point, starting to, game, because I want to hang out with my older sons and, that kind of thing. And Shelly, the first thing she said was, well, you're really going to suck because you're not going to be good. And then, they're not going to want to play with you. And I was like, oh, that's probably true.
What's funny is
Because I'm not good at those
But
games.
you meet other people like that, though.
yeah,
Right.
Steven's living with he graduated, so he's living with us for the short term. And we played a game when probably 8-9 years ago called EDF 2025. He and I, we played it from beginning to end. I think Brandon played a little bit of it too, but it was mainly me and Steven. And it's a hysterically chaotic game. Yeah, Earth Defense Force 2025. You're these little soldiers just killing bugs.
Nice.
And it's ridiculous.
And you're working together?
And you work together, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And he found it a couple weeks ago. And he got all excited, and he's been looking for all the controllers and everything. He finally figured out he could load it on his Xbox One, because it's from 360, Xbox 360.
Oh, it's really old.
And he got it to work, and we played it last week, and it was a blast.
Like over online?
No, he was sitting there right next to me.
Oh, okay.
It's couch co-op. So
okay, couch co-op.
yeah,
Okay.
So
yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, so we're playing it again, and it's just it's a ridiculous game. It's fun.
I think that's cool. I can see that. I can see that in my future. So we'll see. But we've been playing. I did buy a game called It Takes Two. Have you heard of this one?
No.
It's really, really fun.
I played Portal with the boys.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. It's funny. I bought it for Shelly and I because I wanted to get her into games a little bit so that, to get the stigma off of it, because she's very anti-games, right? And so it's a game.
Shelly is?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, just
bad.
Get her like Barbie or
no
something.
interest. Yeah, she has no interest. Oh yeah, she's totally into Barbie, right? The exact opposite.
No, she likes God damn it, Twister.
Twister. Oh yeah. Anyway, but it's a game. It's a really cool game where you have to figure out stuff together, and you cannot move forward in the game unless one person has done something, and then you got to wait for them to do something else, and you truly have to work together. So Shelly and I are working on it, and we suck at it, right? And we're like, and then all of a sudden, Dylan came over with Lauren, and they were visiting, and they're like, "Oh, what are you guys playing?" And then they took over, and they were like,
and they finished it.
Oh, they're freaking killing. Oh, actually, it was Dylan and Dawson, my boys, and they were just destroying it, and they knew exactly what to do, where to go. We're like, how the fuck would you know this? They'd never played it before. Anyway, but they were having a ball with it.
Right.
So I thought it would be a cheesy husband-wife game. You know what I mean? And they were loving it. So I don't know. It's cool.
There was some cool games we played at your house. We played at my house too. It uses the Fire Stick. The Dean.
It's like what about Jack or
something about what about Jack or
what is
Ask Jack.
Jackass.
You don't know Jack.
Yeah, you don't know Jack. Well,
is it a trivia type?
It can be. Some of it's just like the saying odd, stupid things.
Is that where you log in with your phone?
Log in with your phone.
And you write an answer or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And some of them are, and you want to be something like totally.
I've played that.
Like squibble or fibbage. Yeah. Fibbage is one of them.
So Fibbage. Then there's one where you're the jukebox, where it's kind of Junktopia. They've got all kinds of different games, and some of them cost money, but you buy them once and you play, and they're fun as hell.
They are fun, and they get so crass too, though. Yeah. Because it's like one of them is you come up with an answer to a question, and you're up against each other head to head,
and people vote for the best answer,
for
the best response.
And so Quiplash. That's it. Quiplash is the game that we were just playing the other night.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
It gets so raw.
And it's obnoxious because you can type in anything you want.
Anything you want. And it's, yes, it's very obnoxious.
Well, it's kind of like, I think this was limited play, but the Cards Against Humanity. The first 2 or 3 times we played that was hysterical, but then it gets very repetitive after that.
It gets very repetitive.
Just because it's rude and crude and it's fun.
Yeah, the novelty kind of wears off by that time. I remember it was you were with me the very first time, and I think Sam was as well. But I remember I laughed so hard, my freaking stomach was hurting.
Well, and it's because you see the inner workings of some of these people's minds.
Well,
it's like, what the fuck, man?
It's the absurdity of what's on the card.
Yes.
It's like I can't fathom this actually being printed on a card.
Yes. Oh yeah. The creators of the game, they're warped people, man.
Yes, yeah. So
anyway,
that's good. It's got. You can play through it, 2-3 times before it gets a little repetitive, but.
And of course, while you're drinking, it makes it that much more fun, right?
Oh yeah. So that was a fun game. That was the last really fun game that hysterically laughed when we played that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We've had other fun games too. I enjoy the Pictionary that we play. I know that's old school, but
it's one of my favorites.
Oh, we have a lot of fun because
I always do that. Because I like
we're
freaky.
We're like mind meld. I mean, it's funny because
you're gay.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And most of the cards we pick are gay, so it works out great.
They're very happy topics.
No, but I mean, it's so funny to watch somebody draw a picture, and you're like, really? That's what you drew?
We could do like the strangest thing. It's like I could draw like an oblong circle, and Paul would be like the Millennium Falcon. And we're just like, yes, it was. And it's like,
and then everybody else is like, that's bullshit. Oh my god, you got that card before.
You know, and you make a little a pentagon shaped, and you're kind of like a barn. You know,
that's a dodecahedron.
Yeah, just kind of something stupid and absurd, and we get it.
Yes,
I mean we've got some really crazy things, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, my sister and I were not allowed to be teammates. My family got so pissed off that how we dominated that we were never allowed to play together.
Challenge accepted.
I know it. It's great. Anyway, good stuff.
Well, also, you know, other games that we'd play as a group. And look, I never thought myself, I mean, we didn't play games like this growing up. At least I don't remember. You know, I think it's actually fun. You know, I recommend the families take the games and put them back into the household and have family night and have game
night. Even if your kids are older. I mean, it's still fun.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun now. We talked about this before. It got violent.
When they were young.
When they were younger.
Especially Monopoly, man.
Oh, no, it was every game.
Every game, really, yeah.
Well, I mean,
so we had to stop. We had to stop because it was like everyone's yelling and screaming at each other.
They go to blows.
Oh, it was. It was ridiculous. And then pieces would get lost. Then you're like, well,
that's why you got to stick with like
can't play now.
Like Pictionary, and what is the one where you do signs and you can't talk?
Charades. Yeah.
That one's. I didn't really actually like that much.
I'm not a big charade fan.
I just love it how everybody gets so intense and they're like, "You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed. You can't do that. You can't draw something on a keyboard.
No,
you can't
man,
blah, blah,
you can't.
blah blah blah.
That's
blah,
a question mark. You can't do it. You just drew a number.
Yeah, you can't make a noise. You're not making noise.
Are you saying something? Did you say something? Paul said something.
I can't hear. I got hearing aids.
Oh yeah, you say that every time. It's always your excuse.
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're usually my partner, so.
Right. Anyway, good stuff. Yeah.
All right. I don't know how the hell we got off on that.
That's what we do.
Backpedal a little bit. So we went to the whiskey, it's the Yamasaki. Highly recommended. I don't know, Mr. Producer, are we going to rate that? I mean, it's not part of our regular thing.
It's not part of a regular thing.
Yeah. You know what? We'll wait for another one. I'll just tell them, look, it was good. It was sweet. Highly recommended. Boom, done. And
it was good.
Shout out to Brian from Houston. Thank you for gifting that to the dudes like us.
Yeah. It was tasty. It was definitely, it was different than some of the things we've got. So it was good.
Are we, so the summer's coming to an end. Are you guys done with all your vacation planning for the year? I mean, are you thinking about next year vacations?
I didn't have any vacation this year.
You didn't have anything at all?
Well, if you want to count clearing out my dad's house of vacation.
Yeah, that
well, I guess the drive back to San Diego Zoo.
Yeah, you had a great time with your wife. It was an excursion that was well needed.
That's what I mean. Once we left and the drive back, that was my vacation.
It was an extended amount of time.
That's a nice one too. Yeah.
I mean, just the 2-3 weeks when you guys were gone, because you guys were gone 3 weeks, right? 2 weeks?
3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, that is. I mean, come on.
How often do you get that?
You didn't have to worry about work. You didn't have to worry about jack shit.
No, that must have been nice.
But the time we spent at my dad's, though, was not pleasant.
Yeah.
So those 2 weeks sucked. Like I said, once that was done and we hit the road, that's when you're able to relax a little bit.
Sure.
Have some fun. Start having some fun. So
I mean, do you guys plan your vacation? I mean, because, they always say if you're going to go to a vacation, you better do it now because the beach house is going to be, rented.
We usually plan out quite a ways.
Yeah. So are you thinking about 2025 summer?
No.
I mean, is that what you're thinking? Or?
No, I'm not yet. Like, we're going to Hawaii in December.
Damn, nice.
Luckily, it's already paid for before the layoff, right? So that's
right.
That's not a concern. Luckily, yeah. Julie and Andrea are going to run the Hawaii Marathon.
Oh, very cool.
So they're going to do that. So I'll be out there and enjoying myself.
I've been to Hawaii one time when I was like 6 years old.
When is that going to happen?
December 5th, 6th, 7th, right around there somewhere. Actually, it's right during the
Pearl Harbor
weekend.
Holy shit.
So December 7th.
So they're going to be like a ceremony while you're there type of thing.
Well, we want to go to Pearl Harbor.
Paul and I watched that movie in,
Pearl Harbor.
He'll high step it?
Yeah.
No, that was a totally different movie.
Same time.
Why does every military movie trigger the same false memory for you guys?
Well, we talked about it. Julie's like, I want to make sure we hit Pearl Harbor. And she goes, shit, that's the what is it, the 80th anniversary or something
shit,
like
that's
that?
gonna be a big one.
Oh man, you get to wear
Well,
your
you can do
kilt
it as long as you do it before the
your
7th.
bagpipes going.
Yeah, I don't know. So we'll have to see. I'm sure there's going to be quite the event that weekend anyway.
I have an interesting story from that though. When I was 6, my parents woke up and we were like, I don't know, 3 or 4 blocks from the beach. I might have been, I think I was 6, and they woke up and I was gone. And so they were in a full blown panic.
In Hawaii?
In Hawaii, I was gone. I just took off, and so they went down to the beach, and I was sitting there by myself building a sandcastle. Just I wasn't ready for the family. Wasn't waiting for the family to wake up, and I just
They smack your ass?
I'm sure they did. I mean, you don't want to put parents through that kind of worry. So
Yeah, no shit.
yeah.
On the beach. And how old were you? 3?
No, I was 6.
Oh, 6. But still, you go to that
Good
ocean.
Lord.
You
Oh
gone.
yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, I was just there.
You get some good
I would build
riptides
building
out there.
building a sandcastle. I
seen
never
some-
went in the water.
I've
But,
seen some straight lines now.
of my just taking off.
No, just seeing
walking?
some comparisons with Brody. I'm like, yeah, this kind of runs in the family here.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that gave my parents a heart attack. But
Oh,
I'm
it would.
sure,
Oh,
man.
hell
I
yeah,
could
it would.
imagine. I mean, my brother did that when we were in Italy. We were at a campground because we camped a lot when we were living in Europe or Germany. And my brother, he just in the camping community we were at, they had like a day. It wasn't a daycare; it was like a summer camp.
right.
So
Just like cruises, right?
yeah, the people would come in and they'd have like a little day excursion or something.
Yep.
Well, my brother, he's playing on the playground. Next thing you know, he's corralled into this group of other preschoolers from other countries
Yeah.
and gets whisked away on a bus.
Oh shit.
He's gone. And we don't know where the fuck he's at. And then he shows up like 3 hours later and he's got like a balloon and some candy.
He's like, I went to the zoo.
Yeah.
It was great, Mom.
Yeah, and I don't remember if we beat his ass or not, man.
She's a nervous wreck, and yeah, that was great for them, right?
Yeah, but all worked out well.
She
And,
just-
I may be
he
missing
should
a few facts
He
there.
should
but-
have just texted and said, hey, I'm at the zoo.
Yeah. Yeah. Then, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well before text.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. I mean, think about it. I mean, that was in
That
Italy.
was your brother that got lost
Yes.
when he was little. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever lost your kids anywhere?
Well, tell you what, Austin was the worst. Austin was absolutely the worst. He's a fucking magician. I don't know. 1 second he's behind you, the next second he's gone.
Houdini.
I swear to God, I literally turned around for like 2 seconds and said something to somebody, and I turned around and he was fucking gone.
Right.
And I mean, it got to the point where, when you first lose your kid and you're kind of like, I'm embarrassed to yell out his name because people think I'm a shitty father.
Right. And
You know?
you're not even watching your own kid.
The first couple times that happened, I was kind of nervous, sheepish, and so I just kind of, I found him finally. But after that, I was like, fuck it, because it was too much drama.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately I would yell out, Austin! I'd just freaking yell it out
right.
because it just wasn't worth it. Austin! Hey, you see my blonde-haired kid with blue eyes? He's around here somewhere wearing a yellow jacket. It just, people like, dude, chill.
Oh man.
I mean, I get tired of it, and it's just kind of. I'd rather have him now because one of these days he's really going to get freaking stolen,
Right.
and you need to
Right.
be proactive for that. You
Yeah,
know,
no shit.
Right. Oh yeah, man.
But-
Brody gave us a number of heart attacks. We were at an Oklahoma baseball tournament, and he was 4, and couldn't find him anywhere. Panicked, and then I look over the fence, and next door to the fields is a National Guard training center, and there's like all these National Guardmen in full fatigues having a smoke break, and it's guard, Brody, guard, right? All sitting on the sidewalk. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my God, because we were panicking. I was like, Shelly, look over there.
Right.
Look over there. She's like, oh my God. It was tiny. He was a little tiny kid with all these soldiers, right?
Right.
And they're like, oh yeah, are you Brody's parents? Yeah.
you guys are really great parents.
Right? Is he allowed to have a smoke?
His third one.
Yeah.
I swear, man, that kind of shit happened all the time with him.
The only
It's
time I
crazy.
lost my boys was in the like we go to J.C. Penney and they would go diving in the clothes racks.
Oh yeah, they hide in there.
Oh, it was my job. Like Julie would she's shopping.
Yeah,
she's oblivious to what's going on.
Right.
Except what she's shopping
She's like,
for.
they're yours.
Yes, and I'm chicken with her head cut off, trying to
No,
one goes
let's-
this way,
let's be
one
real.
goes that way.
He's in there too.
I
Because,
was.
like
Yeah.
in the big aisles, like the big Costco
Yes.
aisles, and you got these stacks of toilet paper, and the kids have
Built a
created a
fort.
path to get
Yes.
behind the toilet paper, and then they push out the big Scott towels for it, and now they've got a full-size room in there, and they just walk in there, and then they build in behind, they stack it, and close
and Julie's
up the
like,
front door.
Jeff, and he's like, peekaboo.
Shh, quiet, she's going to find us.
You hear Jeff in there. Jeff's like,
Because were you Disney dad?
Yes, I guess so.
Yeah, you were Disney dad.
say
I know
it's true.
You were.
It was true. It happened, didn't it?
No, they've never done that. But no, I was not Disney.
Talking about
Dad.
you.
Yeah,
You've
when
never
she-
hidden in there?
When she's yelling at the kids, it's you included. Right?
So I
the
will tell
toilet?
you, it's both Steven and Preston did do that. And I'm sure Austin has because he's very quiet over there. No eye contact. Either that or
Well, were they hiding in the bays?
they did exactly what I just
of
said.
Costco.
Well, or stores similar to that. It's just like you have like a bunch of diapers or a stack of toilet
Man,
paper.
you start moving boxes around.
Oh, they just move boxes and they
They're making a
create a
fort.
space behind them.
They're
and
making a fort.
Oh man, they just push things out
And
you
they're
know-
gone.
oh, I'm sure they probably walked in there with some sodas and some candy and just sat back there eating it and
Dude.
juvenile delinquents.
Yeah, like you in the movie theater in Germany,
What?
sneaking into the back and watching movies and pigging out on candy.
That was fantastic though.
I know, but
a lot different.
and your parents were like, Wilson.
Yeah. Well, my mom was in Germany. They had the actually it wasn't Germany. It was New Jersey, Fort Monmouth, New Jersey. They had the God bless the movie theater, and she was the manager for the snack bar. And
Is that where you got sick of Snicker bars?
I did, man, because I went there and I stole a whole box, a 36 pack of Snickers bar, and this was like one of those full big on theaters that had the big performance stage, and they had the grips and the paths upstairs, and you climb up a ladder, and there's they've got an area where the
catwalk.
director sits.
Like a catwalk up there, right?
Yeah.
What is the grips?
So those are the guys that are up high that control the lights
Okay.
and the electrical, and sometimes the microphone drops.
And they're wearing like headphones and being told, do
Yes.
this,
Correct.
do that.
Yes. Yes.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they I've never seen one of these after that, but they had a room up in the rafters. It
Yeah.
was a room that you walk on the rafters.
It was your
metal,
hangout.
and you open up a door and you walk into this room, and there's glass on the front, and you have a perfect view. Actually, there wasn't glass on the front. But it was an open window area, and you could see it was like 15 foot wide, and they had like 4 rows of seats where they would have
Dude,
people up
that
there.
is perfect.
It's up in the rafters. It's for directors and
Right.
people that are.
But you can still watch the
operating.
movies and everything?
That's absolutely what we did. So what I did, I had
Dude.
my mom's keys, and I took it down to this is on base, Fort Monmouth.
Did you do any of this with permission?
No, absolutely not. So, but in Fort Monmouth is like a little community. So they've got basically everything. They got rental centers, they've got gas stations, they've got little grocery stores, everything in that little. They had a little key shop. So I went there, had them make a copy
my God.
of the key to get access to the very back door
How old
of
were
the movie
you?
theater. 14.
So the criminal
14,
life started
15.
early, huh?
Criminal
So I
life.
made a copy of the key. We would get it during. It doesn't matter what movie it is, because you got to imagine the back of the stage was a full on. I mean, you got to imagine like a live performance there where you have to have.
So they would
these-
see you walk in.
because they would have these makeup rooms where the traditional lights turn them on.
Oh,
and-
if you're doing like a true theater thing.
yeah, so they've got like 6 rooms, and it's like in a cafeteria kind of style. It was a big area back there designed for like performances that you would have in a play. So you couldn't see it. So when the movie's on, you open that back door, no one knows that you're there. You walk in, just leave the lights off. You can hear the music playing, and you climb up this ladder. Again, you can't be seen when you're climbing it.
Nice.
And you're up on the rafters, and at that point, they can see you. So you just gotta walk
Ooh.
real slow.
Very slowly. No
What-
sudden movements
No, and then once you get into that room, you just shut it, and you're in there.
for hours.
Oh man, we would get there like on a Saturday. We'd get there like at 11 o'clock in the morning, and the noon movie would play because they had the double feature. So you had the noon, and there was a 3 o'clock one, and we'd have like a garbage bag of popcorn
Ugh.
because the night before when
Oh,
they
yeah.
when they
used
clean out the popcorn bins, they just dump it in there and they just kind of they trash it. Well, I knew what we were going to be doing the next day, so I took all that popcorn and I brought it up into the room.
Perfect.
So it was there already.
conniving. At
And
a
they had
very
those
young age.
large Jolly Ranchers. Remember the super large Jolly Ranchers
No.
that were like an inch tall,
Oh, yeah.
4
And
inches
but
wide?
But they're really skinny.
They're well, I mean,
They're thin, like a
they're thin.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
a Jolly Rancher fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I was.
I wasn't either, but we got them because they were available,
Right.
and they were like 15 cents. It was ridiculous.
Oh man.
I like the
You know?
French chew.
The French Chew.
Yes.
Is that the big league chew?
That
Was
is-
it?
No,
What
it's
the
kind
hell
of
is
like
that?
kind of like a taffy type thing.
Oh. Thought that was a sex act,
Yeah, the French chew.
not a sex act.
Well, it could be.
What's going on over there?
Yeah.
Oh, just asking if it's a candy or a sex act. I'm not sure what he's
French
talking
chew.
about.
It's kind of like a toffee or a taffy. I mean,
A French chew taffy.
yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Artificially flavored chewy taffy.
Oh, yeah. Who
Very
knows what
nice.
it's made out of?
It's made out of beaver butt.
I'm sure.
Should be
Yeah.
beaver ass gland.
Mm-hmm.
God.
For those people
Yeah.
that don't know out there, dudes like us listeners would have heard us say in the past, most of the vanilla flavorings
Well,
that
the artificial vanilla.
artificial, okay, 99%
which
of
is probably most of the flavoring is
Right.
Yeah.
artificial.
It's made by Castorum.
yeah, it's made by butthole. It's made by the beaver glands.
butthole.
It's
Beaver butt-
there's a gland in
anal
the
gland.
beaver.
Yeah.
It's an anal gland. It secretes what?
An oil.
Well,
Is
oil.
it a lubricant to make the doo-doo go out, or what is that?
Probably.
Or is it
Ugh,
an oil?
God.
It's the anal gland.
Well, maybe it's an oil that comes out of it that maybe coats its fur to make it waterproof.
do we have
I
a
don't
we
know.
have a gland that produces oil to make the poop go out better?
Dogs do. And if that
I
if,
wonder,
All
if, I wonder if
that-
humans have
if
this
that
kind of
gland, if that
This
gland
went
gets
sideways.
clogged, if that gland
It
gets
is my fault.
It is.
I'm sorry.
well, your dogs probably had their anal gland expressed.
Oh, express. Is that the term?
Yes.
Only if it gets like clogged and you have to
Yes.
get in there with your thumb and your
Like
finger.
if you notice that your
and
dog
you're like, don't push it. Oh, no.
Out of my mouth.
Oh, God, got in my mouth.
and you know it smells.
Disgusting.
But if your dog is licking her
And not
their-
like vanilla.
no, if their dog is licking your not your asshole.
Oh wow! See, that's where the peanut butter comes into play again.
If your dog is licking your asshole,
You know-
then you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Right. No, that's a sign when they lick their butthole a lot
Yeah.
that their gland's getting a
So
little.
they're licking the vanilla off their butthole.
It's getting a little inflamed.
Okay, let's move on to another topic.
Sean
brought it up.
Since
What, I-
Sean took us there.
I just saw this little thing that popped up on my screen here. So at 4:00,
Mhm.
August 20th, 2024, at 4 p.m.
That today?
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez files for divorce from Ben
Ooh,
Affleck.
we saw that coming.
Did that last a year?
Now, were they on and off?
Just
Did they-
over-
Isn't this their second marriage?
Well,
Together?
Yes, I believe
they're
so.
divorcing just after 2 years of marriage.
2
Lopez
years.
filed on Tuesday, August 20th, in the L.A. County Superior Court Variety or Verity. I guess that's the name of it.
Variety.
Variety. The
So-
official separation is dated as April 26th. Lopez, 55, and Affleck, 52, married in Vegas in July of 2022 after re-sparking their friendship from 2 decades prior, which was dubbed the Benefer by tabloid publications.
I think those are two people with huge egos
Yeah.
who can't handle anyone but themselves.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because Ben Affleck was married to Jennifer Garner,
Yes.
for a while.
a long time. Oh, they have the kids together.
Yeah, they have kids.
But the tabloids sniffed this out a while ago.
Yeah.
They've been talking
Well, he
about
seems
them
like a-
on the outs.
He seems like a complete asshole. She seems just completely hung up on herself.
I have no idea, honestly.
And I don't give a two shits about these two people,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I mean, it's kind of rare that Hollywood celebrities have long-lasting
They typically
relationships.
don't.
Yeah.
Odd ones
I
are
mean,
like
some of them do, like Tom Hanks and his wife.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
Oh, yeah. They've been, but they're not married.
I don't think they were married.
No, they're not married. That's probably why they're still together. Because what's the point of breaking up? We're not even married.
Could be.
I don't know. Okay, what are you looking for, sir?
I was looking for some Tums.
Ah.
I've got some
Is
downstairs.
that Japanese whiskey not sitting well with you?
No, I don't know what it is. It could be the dinner or lunch that Jeff and I had today.
Yeah.
That was a pretty healthy looking burger you had.
Yeah.
It was no-
Yeah, you guys you did a work day, midday tailgaters.
I didn't really want.
What was that all
All
about?
right,
well, I don't know. I was
So-
shopping.
man. Look,
What the hell?
I made a commitment to have lunch, and well, look. First of all, Larry, thank you, Larry, thank you, Scott.
It was very nice, yes.
Yeah, it's look. I always like meeting up with these guys. Today was kind of like, oh my god, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it, and then so it was last second, and I knew it was coming, and then I was like, I hope to God I don't have to cancel it. So, whatever, it worked out. We ended up hitting up there. We had lunch at Gators.
It was a good visit.
Yeah, it was a good visit.
Good.
Man,
Well, those are two good.
yeah.
cool
well,
dudes.
we tried to get Larry on the podcast tonight, and it just didn't work out. So we'll see if we can't get him on one of the next upcoming ones.
Yeah.
And Scott, of course,
Awesome dude.
Yeah, he's going through some stuff right now. He's got his head whacked pretty hard from a on job something that happened. Yeah, an accident. Now, and I'll tell you kind of briefly what happened. Long story short, there was a forklift that moved a large pipe by accident, and when it released it, it kind of snapped back in place and smacked Scott in the side of the face.
That is insane.
And it has caused tremendous issues. Physically,
I can bet,
and his balance, and it is a severe concussion that he didn't realize, and there was bleeding. There's all kinds of uncomfortable stuff. It's tough. No, we are not sponsored by any kind of lawyers out there, but if you know anybody that wants to help out with this, give us a call.
Dude, that
Dudes Like Us podcast.
Did it break his jaw?
that screams of lawsuit.
So it ended up. I don't know. Well, what I'll tell you, it ended up knocking out a few teeth and jacking him up. He's fucked up, man. I mean, that happened 6 months ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
And he can't look for too long at the screen. He'll pass out. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Was there safety precautions that weren't taken? Like, was he supposed to be wearing a helmet and he wasn't?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Well, if it hit him in the face, the
it probably wouldn't have mattered. Yeah.
It's
not like you wear a face mask when you're on.
The bottom
on
line
site.
is that he got hurt out there.
Yeah.
So regardless of fault, he didn't sign a waiver or anything like that says, if I get hurt out here, he's out there on his own. He got hurt on the job.
Yeah. No.
I hear you.
What's crazy is shit like that could happen to anyone at any time.
You don't know.
You totally can. You could be walking across the parking lot of Kroger and something fucking crazy happened.
Yeah. Brandon stopped by yesterday and he picked up, I made a chessboard for him. I don't know if you guys saw that. And a few other things for his fraternity.
Yeah, no, I did see that. That was nice.
Yearly thing. And on his way back to his house, he was in a 4-car pileup, but he went unscathed through it.
Oh, wow.
So he was on 75. There were cars hitting each other, hitting the wall, the inside wall, and it was like a 4-car mess. And he goes, I made it through somehow.
Without touching anybody.
Yeah.
Damn, that's just luck.
Yeah. I was just like, dude, 75 sucks. Anyway, but you just got to be diligent. Give plenty of space. Keep your eyes open because it can happen on any ride.
Well,
damn.
Yeah, Mr. Producer says, we love Texas highways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all had close calls like that maybe, and they're not fun. He probably was pretty shaken up, I bet.
Well, he called me because he hurt his back. He was at the gym. He hurt his back. Lifting some weights, and he goes, my back really hurts now. Probably because he tensed up.
Tensed up, yeah, for
he
sure.
probably just strained everything back. That's where the damage comes from, is when you tense. If you could somehow just go limp, which is impossible.
Well, yeah, totally impossible.
That's why people that fall asleep at the wheel.
Us, we're on testosterone.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
To go limp?
Oh, do you drive with an erection like everywhere you go? Is that what you're saying?
Use it as a stick shift?
And you're like, I'm not going limp, bitch.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You hear people who have wrecks who don't get hurt
again.
Because they were sleeping. Or if you're sleeping, you're loose and you just kind of flow around.
Right.
So.
No, I get it. There was one time Shelly and I were driving up to Fayetteville, and we were on 69, which is, 75 turns into 69.
Right.
We weren't doing 69. We were driving on 69. And it was the highway in Oklahoma, right? And it's a really dangerous highway because it's 4 lanes, no divider, right? And people can turn left right off the freeway.
Oh, yeah. I've been on those.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
There's no exits and on-ramps. And so we're in the right lane, and somebody is stopped with their blinker on. And this person next to us was going 70.
Just rammed the back.
No. And so I'm in the far lane, and I'm like, oh, shit. And we saw the whole thing happen. He was fucking Houdini. I don't know how he did it. He went into oncoming traffic and went around him.
Oh, really?
He went, vroom! And like we all, like he went over to the side. I went over to the side. Another car was coming up. It could have been an absolute fatality wreck, and not one of us touched each other.
I guarantee that was just a reaction on his part because you don't want to pull into oncoming traffic.
Never. And there was no one coming.
Right.
In that very moment.
That's why I said it was probably a reaction because he saw you on the right.
He would have hit me.
I can't go this way, so I have to go that way.
Yeah, if he was going to try to miss that guy, he would have killed himself and killed that car, or he would have slammed totally into me, and who knows if we would have rolled and done crazy shit. And amazingly, nobody touched anybody. And then, but like you said, for the next 40 minutes, we were just quiet
Right.
and going like, fuck, that was
Yeah, there was a guy.
super scary.
There's a guy I used to work with, and his daughter played softball, and they were in Louisiana, I believe, going to a tournament, and there were 2 or 3 cars in this train of just following, right? And there's a ladder in the middle of the highway,
Oh shit.
just like a 6-foot ladder in the middle of the highway.
Mhm.
He went around it. His wife or whatever who was driving in the back
Couldn't see it.
hit it
Yeah, because you couldn't see it.
and flipped the car.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so he's looking in his rearview mirror as his daughter and his family members are in his car rolling down the highway. And luckily everyone lived, but his daughter got hurt pretty bad. She was in the
my
hospital for a while.
God. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the one where the video cam of behind this car and this wheel comes off and the car hits the wheel, goes boom, straight up in the air and comes down on the hood?
Yeah,
on the top.
How do you...
Did you see that one?
With a random wheel flying down the road?
No, it was like a truck. It was a pickup truck, old shitty pickup truck, and all of a sudden the wheel comes off.
Oh, yeah.
And
And it rolls right in front of this Tesla.
No, it wasn't a test. Oh, I don't know what it was.
Anyway, the car hit it and went boing, straight up
like
in the
15
air,
feet in the air.
flips over and lands on its top. And amazingly, everybody, they walked away from it.
That's probably a what the hell just happened type of a thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, God. What a
Yeah.
nightmare.
That's bad. You never know.
I couldn't help but laugh when you see
That's
it.
like
It's like he had no way
It's
to
kind
react.
of a nightmare thing where there are incidences where wheels like that just unravel under the
Yeah.
lug nuts come loose somehow,
The big
or they didn't do it
semis.
good enough. Well, on any vehicle, when you see that tire rolling down the street, that thing is a
It's a hazard.
projectile.
Well, I'll
that's
tell you
gonna
what,
jack you up.
I used to
It'll
work at
kill you instantly.
I
Yeah.
used to work at the Renaissance Hotel down Dallas. It looks like the big lipstick.
Ooh.
I used to work there, and
Like a canine lipstick?
35 lipstick canine.
That's what a canine lipstick looks like when they get an erection. It looks like a lipstick.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
No,
And they say, yo, your dog's showing a lipstick.
no,
Nice.
it's the pink rocket.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that's better, Sean, right?
anyway, the parking lot for that.
Oh, my God.
You know how difficult it is for me to
Segway.
Anyway, the parking lot is below the highway, so 35 runs above it, and you have underpasses, right? So
Yes.
I was in the parking lot, I think, coming back from lunch, and a semi tire comes flying off the highway
Oh, my God.
and hits the parking lot and is bouncing through the parking lot, going 50 miles an hour, or
Oh,
whatever, and it eventually rams into a parked car.
yeah.
But it fucked it up so bad. It was a big ass semi tire.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, if that hit anyone, that would
Kill
kill
'em.
them.
Absolutely kill them. That's what I'm saying. You could be, I mean,
And you don't expect that. You just walk in, all of a sudden,
and you don't even have a
tire 50 miles
yeah,
an
you
hour
don't even
coming
have a
at you.
chance to react. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Do you remember there was a saw blade from a concrete cutter
oh, no.
that came running down the road, didn't hit anybody, but it came right down the road and ran right into a convenience store, and a guy was coming into the convenience store, and it hit and stuck right in the wall, like 2 feet on the right of him.
God.
Was it a big saw blade?
It
or
was like
a little 7-inch
no, like 24-inch,
with a big
concrete
ones.
saw blade,
Yeah, it's basically a throwing star, right?
Oh yeah, the kinds they cut the concrete
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
saw blade,
They make those big cuts with the,
coming down the street.
and it makes giant clouds of cement.
Oh yeah, it's good to inhale with that.
Mm-hmm.
They have long careers.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah, crazy. I remember my dad and I, we're driving down this country road behind this old pickup truck, and he's going, God, man, what a piece of shit truck. All of a sudden it falls off right in front of us, and my dad can't miss it. He's like, oh, shit, I'm gunk. I mean, it's just, you
He's
never know.
dragging it.
Yeah, I mean, you just fucking never know, man.
Yeah.
You always have to be on your toes.
What are you looking for, Mr.
Crazy shit
Producer?
happens.
You do. And
He's looking for this concrete saw. Do you have a video of it? Is that a?
Well, concrete saw blade.
I mean, but you know, there's a
Mrs.
video out there.
Man.
Video.
Mrs. Man.
Mrs. Man, I guess. Yeah,
I saw it up there.
Did you really?
yeah, right there.
Right there.
No shit.
4-foot concrete
Giant
saw.
Oh,
saw
maybe it
blade
was
narrowly
more.
misses man after coming
Yeah, this
loose.
is April 1st. This is it right here. I didn't realize it
Oh,
was
this
that
is
big.
recent.
Yeah, so this
All right,
was.
here we go.
That's a 48-inch.
Well, they have a video of the
Yeah, watch this. So there's a saw blade.
Oh!
So this thing just comes running 50
You're
miles per hour.
You're not dodging that.
Yeah, but their screen shows it. Well,
Unbelievable. He's trying to zoom in. What are you
Slow
trying
it-
to do?
he's
there.
trying to make
Slow
it
it down.
slow. There we go.
This
All right,
is
whatever.
half
So this
speed.
big
No, watch
ass
this.
saw blade comes through the parking lot in an instant. And
Here it comes.
Skip. I guess it is 4 foot.
Oh.
And
That would have cut him in half.
Oh, totally.
it would have dismembered whatever it
And look
hit.
how it went in between two parked cars. Did you see that? How it comes out of nowhere between two parked cars?
What did it do to the inside?
No, it didn't do anything. It sticks. Watch it when it comes down through
Oh,
the
like
parking
sticks
lot.
right there
Yeah.
by the door?
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that far.
It's sticking out of the wall.
So it comes between the cars. As he's got a 25% speed right now.
No, why?
So boom, it's
There it
rolling,
goes.
hits the parking lot, misses the car,
Oh, it's leaving like skid marks.
and
Look at
then boom. And then
Oh,
see how
there
it
it
stays
is.
there?
Oh my God. Why would it be? So why would it be going that fast? Like, where'd it come from?
I don't know.
It could have been spinning on this thing, going fucking 1,000 RPM, and just goes.
And it just shot off.
It could have.
It broke the.
I don't know.
You would think they'd have
It-
some kind of safety feature on there so that doesn't happen.
Damn.
Those are big machines. So
Well, I know.
I don't recall them functioning like that. I didn't think they could do it. So
Can you imagine the guy running it? Oh shit!
well, imagine if it
do you
went
run
through
after?
him.
Do you run after it?
He's like, boom.
Well, maybe it went
Oops.
through him.
What happened?
Yeah, I didn't see any blood.
The blade shut off.
I didn't see any
I
blood.
didn't see any entrails hanging onto it.
Well, where is it? It's in the 7-Eleven.
All right. Well,
Oh my God! What a nightmare.
That's incredible.
It
But
is.
again, that's one of those things you're like, you'd be cut in half and you
Not-
would never know. Like, what the hell just
There's
happened?
nothing you could have done.
no,
No.
That is a your number is called.
It was probably
Don't even think about it.
doing those concrete guys are probably doing work right outside of a mom and pop store and a restaurant like that, and it's and that blade goes through there, does a bunch of damage, and then they got to close. I mean, it's just these businesses are struggling right now,
Oh, yeah.
and
I wonder if that guy's watched the video. The guy that walked in that store
I'm sure.
I'm sure.
saw how close he was to getting his leg cut off or his
I
body
mean,
cut in
Well,
half.
hell, I mean, like not to bring up. Well, I don't care. Trump. I mean, shit. He nearly got his head.
Oh, yeah, that
pulverized,
was
you know?
close, man.
He about went JFK.
Did you ever see the video in Iraqi war when I think it was the Persian Gulf when we were bombing all those bridges, and they were showing, and they were very proud of showing like the strategic strikes that the U.S. made,
Right.
and they showed this bridge, and they showed this little car going across,
It goes.
and the general that's giving the updates on the thing, and he goes, and this man here is the luckiest man in Iraq, and it shows this little car going across the bridge. And he just gets to the other side, and the thing goes, it vaporizes, right? And he goes, and then he says, and in his rearview mirror, that's what he said. He goes, and in his rearview mirror. Oh, I was like, God, man, take light of this, but still, one lucky son of a bitch.
There's
That's great.
there may be a song about that. It's off the Pink Floyd Final Cut album.
You have to
I think Pink
clue us
Floyd
in on
came
that.
out before that happened.
It did it. World War II.
No, it wasn't World War II. This
No,
was
this
the
is
Gulf
Persian
War.
Gulf. Yeah, this is like
Oh, okay, all right. No, you're right. They definitely before that, but
Yeah.
it's still because Pink Floyd the Pink Floyd the Final Cut. They have a similar guy's looking through the rearview mirror and he sees like a bunch of shit happening behind him. He's like, "Holy shit!" And of course, it's part of the song.
right.
That was kind of funny.
That is funny.
I was talking about the businesses regarding because it brought back because I saw the picture of when the blade was coming through and the small businesses out there and how a lot of these are closing. And
yeah.
we have a local business here, Twin Peaks. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That's not a place typically where dudes like us hang out, but we
Yeah, it
have
is.
been there. No, it's not.
It is a restaurant.
It's where dudes hang out.
Well, not dudes like us because we don't give a shit about stuff like that. At least I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's,
Boobies.
it's not high
All
on
right,
my
look,
list.
look, we're men, so yes, we're gonna look at boobies. But but the point is that
It's not like our regular Friday hangout.
No, it's not.
no, it's not like at all. Yeah, are we gonna go there? If someone invites us to go, then we'll go. But you know what? Frankly, I don't really. To me, it's not I don't like going to places like that. It makes me
Right.
feel uncomfortable because I feel
Yeah.
like I'm
You'd rather go to
being,
the lodge.
Well, I think the fact that you have, the fact you have two daughters
well that
impacts that.
and plus I think it's disrespectful. excuse me, for to go to places like that for my wife. It's like, I wouldn't want
her going to.
Actually, I don't care if she goes, but I mean, I wouldn't want that.
What's the,
Julie and I go to Hooters with the boys and get food.
I think Hooters has morphed into something else now.
I
It's
haven't been
not
to- I haven't-
quite the
actually-
thing. that
Well,
used
it's
to
not
be.
as bad as it.
Yeah, I
used to
actually haven't been to Hooters probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, but Hooters is absolutely nothing compared to Twin Peaks, and it's
very
absolutely
benign.
nothing compared to
Wild pitch.
a Wild Pitch or
Or
the
Redneck
Tight
Haven.
Ends or someplace like that. Tight
Well,
Ends,
well,
I was kind of like, oh
Well,
my lord.
I think
Yeah,
Twin
that was
Peaks,
bad.
I mean, they're wearing the mini skirts, aren't they? And like a
Yeah, Twin Peaks
plaid.
like Swiss Alps kind of
Yeah,
like, hey girl, kind of look,
so
Skirts.
yeah, so they're mini skirts. They're not in lingeries or anything like that. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Right.
So it's I'm gonna say
Whatever.
it's
It's outside of the things that I would like to do. I mean, if you were to say, hey, what do you want to do? I will probably never say that. And hopefully they're closing down for that reason. Maybe it's
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It was very, very busy. Lots of dudes like to go in there and look at that.
well, they're up in the rent on it,
Yeah,
or
And then you have to ask why. Why are they up in the rent? Are they disagreeing with the nature of their establishment, or do they have more profitable things in mind?
or is it just greed?
you know what I think? And this is going to sound fucked up. I think that they've got a different type of business that they want to put in there other than Twin Peaks.
I think you're 100%.
I think that's exactly what it is. It's prime real estate right in the middle of this new fabric of a society that
I'm going to agree with you.
cultured.
Let's just say it.
You
I mean,
know?
there's nothing wrong. It's not nothing wrong with it. So, I mean, we have had a massive influx of Indians from Asian Indians, right?
Right.
And a massive influx, and we're seeing huge, businesses cropping up like
Well, whole
Indi-
strip
in-
centers.
Indian,
Whole strip
yep,
centers.
Indian grocery stores, hookah bars, a million Indian restaurants. And I'm speculating that probably some Indian entrepreneur bought it, and doesn't want that to be that. He wants it to be a high end Indian restaurant to cater, because they know they have a captive audience. You know what I mean? There's 100,000 Indians here, and there's up until now there hasn't been a lot of Indian.
I think one company.
Indian, what do you call it?
I don't know if that's the case on this one, because I think one big company owns all of that real estate over there.
Oh, okay. So they
yeah,
might.
but it's let's not take away from what's going on,
Well, no.
because that is the case. Like tailgaters, for example.
Oh, we know that firsthand.
Well, that one's a little bit different. That's a little strip center off to the side, where this
But-
has the Target, the Best Buy,
yeah, but
the Staples.
it's the whole spirit of, and I feel kind of dickish about saying it too, because look, I don't care if they're Indian or what they are. I don't give a fuck. But the thing is that I would prefer. I mean, we have.
What if they put it at TGIF Fridays?
It's becoming not monogamous. What is it? There's too much. There's not a variety. It's becoming more and more Indian stuff. It's like
Well, what if it turned in
moving
not
away-
an Indian restaurant, but owned by Indians?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
care
there's nothing
about
wrong with that.
I don't give a shit about that.
No,
Yeah.
it's not about who owns it. I mean, and I don't even fault them for wanting to put in a business that they know caters to a clientele that's going to come. I mean,
Right.
they
Well,
want to make money,
Yeah.
all right? And
Yep.
and they know exactly how to cater to this new population that has come into North Texas. I mean, I don't fault them for that, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like I'm with you,
It's-
Sean.
it's just
it's a
not-
little frustrating.
It's just not. It's not Texas. It's like the whole what your concept of Texas is changing here.
Right.
And I'm okay with change. It's just I wasn't prepared for it. When I moved up here, I was thinking, man, this is going to be a melting pot would be great.
Yeah.
A nice diverse, but it's not diverse anymore.
No, we
It's-
want 88 barbecue joints between here and 121. That's nothing but barbecue joints.
Well, I remember
that's all we want.
Well, I remember a time on Preston there were 10 chicken restaurants.
Right.
They all failed.
Oh, you're
They
right.
they may put 10 Indian restaurants on there, and they may all fail.
All right. Yeah, that's true. They're all trying to jump at this new demand, this
Yeah.
new opportunity.
Yeah, one of the last ones to go was Bubba's. Right, that used to be PDQ chicken. Now
Big
then it became
Bubba's closed?
Oh yeah,
Really?
about 4 or 5 months ago.
Well,
Yeah.
I know there's one
They're
in
extremely
the colony.
salty, anyways.
So I just went to Albuquerque and I went to Bubba's, and I don't think I've been to a Bubba's anywhere else. Like I didn't go to the one here, and it was great.
No, it was good food.
It was really good
It was
food.
just home cooking fried chicken, just like Babe's. That's the same company.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I wish I had known about Bubba's before they closed. I mean, shit, I would have gone there.
Yeah, but you had that. Then you had Cane's. there were, like I said, there were 9 or 10.
Raising
within-
Cane's hasn't closed though.
No, that's still
There's
but
one
that were
restaurant
right there.
Slim
Just-
Chickens.
Yeah,
There's
Just
there's a
south-
million of them.
There's one just south the hamburger. You know the hamburger place from California, In and Out.
in and out.
There's
yeah.
one property that's just a little bit south on that on the same
Oh, it's been
side.
like 15 different
yeah,
restaurants.
like it's like every other year it's something else.
Right.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's been like 7 different things.
Yeah,
Like
it
10
has
years-
been. Yeah. It has
Well, I
been.
mean, it's saturated. I mean,
Well, it
there's-
is. I mean, to say that there's too many Indian restaurants, I think there is on the outskirts, but if you go down that main strip there really isn't too much down there, I don't think.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mainly in the neighborhoods over here where by us, all these little strip centers that are going up by us are turning into 100% Indian.
I
So
think,
it's real local
Right.
to us.
I think what I'm doing, quite honestly, is projecting because the Tailgaters was our hangout. That was our little local bar, and then we found out
Yeah,
that
that's a problem.
they're closing it because the guy that owns the whole strip center is Indian, and he wants all Indian fare. And so
yeah,
when
I have
we
a problem with that.
Yeah, when we got that news, now I'm kind of projecting to everything that closes is probably what I'm doing,
Yeah.
which is unfair. I shouldn't do that. Hell, we have no idea why it's closing. It might be just actually not doing well. It doesn't seem like it, but
I think they increased the
rather
rent
suspect.
because the landlords around here are especially on Preston Road,
dude, they're paying a pretty penny.
extremely expensive.
Yes.
And with the rise of food cost and everything going up, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to raise your rent 100%." You can't do that. You can't.
Yeah, but I think there's hope in the future, right? Kamala's has a food price.
Oh yeah,
Fixing-
She's going to fix pricing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How does she manage to do that?
Yeah, walk us through that. Okay, there's a couple issues with it. How does she have the power to do that? She doesn't, which I'm hoping everybody understands that because if she doing shit like that, that's dictator type shit.
And why can't if she can do it anyways? Why doesn't she do it now? Why is she waiting?
Well, because she's not president, but it isn't. Okay, well, first off, what is she proposing?
Well, she's proposing. Well, she's calling it anti-gouging, right? She doesn't like.
No,
gouging.
she said gauging.
Oh, she said.
She
that's
did
how
not.
much she did. That's what a fucking buffoon she is.
I didn't see.
Yeah, she said
she
gauging.
really?
Yes.
Oh, good lord!
People
All
are
right,
price
so,
gauging.
So tell me about anti-gauging that she's
well,
going
she
to come
wants
up with.
to.
Fucking-
What'd she call it? Price lock? Is that what she called it?
Right,
To basically, she's going to try to set prices
based on what the government thinks is fair.
Yeah. So basically, she's
So
going
it's
to go
not
to a
supply
company.
and demand. It's not capitalist system.
No.
It's
It's
Soviet,
a communist system.
Soviet bullshit.
You can't charge $100 for this anymore. It needs to be $50 now.
Okay, first off, she doesn't have the power to do that, and
No.
and it has to be law legislation that comes from Congress. If she thinks she's going to do an executive order to do this shit, we're in very dangerous territory.
Your cereal can't be $5 a box now. It needs to be $2.50.
Right, and
Well, who says who?
the president cannot have that power.
Right.
And if they're able to do an executive order to allow that to happen, we're in serious trouble.
Well, it's going to reduce the quality, the quantity.
Oh, they're going to close.
Yeah, it's going to be like, damn, no.
Yeah, they're getting out.
It actually, what I've heard is a big side effect is the black market goes through the roof.
That's right.
Because the good shit moves to the black market.
That's right. But because it's that's what people want.
Yeah, I want the good stuff that's not price controlled. Price control, that's what it's called.
Oh my goodness.
And the other thing she wants to do is she wants to give all new home buyers $25,000.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair for all of everybody else.
Yeah, it's fair for me. All that's going to do is, well, like I'm selling my dad's house. Well, let's just tack it up $25,000.
That's right. That's exactly what everybody's going to do.
Right.
Because they're not going to lose out on that
It's
money.
the same. It's the same thing that Obama did. Let me buy your old fucking car.
Or the Obama phone.
Remember that when he said, "Let me buy your old car for $1,500."
No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that. So what would
see if you could pull that up, Mr. Producer? Obama buying cars.
so he's out there? Hey, what's it going to take to get you into this old Oldsmobile?
He's got little fedora in the pipe.
The cash for clunkers.
I got myself a Trans Am right here.
You got the
What's it
family,
going to take to get you into this T-top?
the family truckster.
It's the car allowance rebate system, colloquially known as the cash for clunkers, was a $3 billion
yes.
U.S. federal scrappage program intended to provide economic incentives to U.S. residents to purchase new, more fuel-efficient
Yes.
vehicle when trading in less fuel-efficient cars.
So give me $1,500 so I can spend $40,000 on a car.
Brother, please.
100,000. You know?
I
Really?
was going to say,
What the fuck?
yeah.
The math doesn't act.
No.
or add up on
Yeah,
that.
but it's the same thing. It's what these and look, everyone, we're all Democrats.
What?
We are, and we're all Republicans. We have it's not one or the other. Most of us just lean one way or the other.
I'm not a Democrat.
We're not. We dudes like us on this podcast, we're not democratically inclined. We don't agree with a lot of their policies, but there are some policies we do agree with. We do agree that there should be assistance for certain circumstances that are imposed on you beyond your control. And let's say it is, there should be things set up, some safeguards. You have your infrastructure, fire, police, National Guard, Army, Marines, Navy, etc. Outside of that, that's it. We don't need all this fluff. That's where the Democrats and the Republicans differ. I kind of forget where I was going with that whole thing. But I know is that the Democrats keep coming up with all these additional programs. What else can we spend your money on?
For their entitlements.
Yeah. It's like, dude, I don't want you to spend money on anything. Stop giving shit away. I don't want to pay for other people's fucking college. I don't want to pay for their fucking cars. I don't want to pay for their fucking houses. Go fuck yourself. I already have cars. I can't afford a new one.
Right. The whole college thing's been shot down.
Well,
So that's pretty much dead in the water, and he's out, so he's not going to pursue that. But that was not we're going to forgive your college debt. It's we're going to transfer your college debt to someone else.
Right.
Because those banks aren't going to go,
pay for that.
That's what I mean. There's a transfer. It's not forgiveness,
but
it's a transfer of debt.
And quite honestly, it wasn't serious anyway. It was a ploy to get the young people votes.
Correct.
Well,
it wasn't a serious solution to a problem.
Even if it did pass, which there's a small chance they could have got funded for some of it.
Some folks had their some of their bills paid off.
It wasn't even a pass. It was executive order.
Yeah, some of them did it before they
my
shut it
point
down.
is that fuck. The point is that they were God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
It's along the lines of what the government should be responsible for. It's probably what you're.
Well, it's exactly what I'm saying. But for that particular one, I was going to say that Biden or those Democrats have these relationships with these schools, so they're like, all right, look, we're going to pay back. I'm going to say Notre Dame. I don't know. I'm just making that up. We're going to pay back Notre Dame. And fund all these people's college fund, all the bills they have,
right.
And Notre Dame is making a killing.
Oh,
like,
they all are. They all are.
It's just like it's a money pit, and that's why I don't subscribe to it. I don't subscribe to a lot of the Democratic policies because of that. I want to stop paying for that shit.
Yeah. Well, it's just like this $25,000 for the house. Where's that coming from?
$500 billion, $600 billion that we're paying for immigrants right now. Well, did you hear that stat?
Right. No, I'm not. Well, I mean,
Medicare,
half a trillion
education.
dollars. $500 billion annually right now currently we're spending on all these illegal immigrants that are coming here, putting them up in hotels, giving them back rubs, giving them
the education, the food, the
pickleball,
the free $25,000 credit card.
This is why we have $35 trillion worth of debt. There is no Congress, politicians are not serious about solving any of these problems. They're on board with spending more and more money because they buy votes, right? And that's how they stay in power.
Yep.
They're not serious about solving any of these problems.
All right. Well, speaking of problems, we have got to talk about this wonderful, delicious caramel, high hue, Stellum bourbon whiskey.
It is outstanding.
Yes, we have had it before.
I highly recommend it.
It's a cask strength. And
it's excellent.
114, 115.
It is so easy to drink. Now, there has been some topics or questions and some discussion on when you open up a bottle of bourbon and you take your first couple drinks out of it and there leaves a little, just below the shoulder. And then it takes in some oxygen, right? And then it off-gasses even a little bit more. Well, this one
changes it type of thing.
It does.
But not for the good, you're suggesting?
No, well, this one turned out to be for the good. So what my point by saying that is that when you're on the top third of the bottle, there may be a little bit more potency as far as the alcohol kind of taste, it's like, that's kind of ethanol-y. The second third is probably more of the anchor of what the bottle is, and the bottom third, I think, is a lot of those alcohol it's not necessarily gone, but it is gone.
The harshness is gone.
Yeah, it's so smooth. This is so sweet.
It's like a cup of caramel.
So the intense,
which is really surprising for being 115. It's excellent.
The honeysuckle, I could pick that up 100%.
The intense clove. The nose of it is an intense clove and allspice. Immediately jump out of the glass, supported by creamy macadamia nuts and light tobacco.
Creamy.
As the whiskey opens up, sweet aromas of honeysuckle, green apple, nectarine begin to show, rounded off by toasted rye and oak.
We just need to add the word moist in there.
All of this,
Moist
it's such
and creamy.
an easy stone
It's so
fruit
moist
taste.
and creamy.
Very
Oh,
nutty.
yeah.
The palate, walk us through
Yes.
that, Paul.
Well, it's moist and creamy, and it's on the tip of my tongue with a hint of vanilla, marshmallow, and cotton candy.
Yes.
The
You say
whiskey
cotton?
quickly transforms as it spreads across your tongue,
They say cock.
revealing spicy notes and black pepper, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, baked apples. Wow, this is too much. The spice is supported by tart, underripe, really underripe,
Stone fruit.
God,
I don't pick
blackberry
that up.
and apricot that contrast perfectly
I get
against
that,
the
I get
initial
that.
sweetness. Actually, you've heard me comment on how creative these people are trying to be, but it's excellent. I will say that. What's the finish there, Jeff?
It says the finish. I think this is where you pick up a lot of sweetness. At least I do.
Yeah.
The spiciness of the palate carries over into the finish with candied ginger
Oh, yeah.
and more black
Tell us
pepper
more, Jeff. Tell us more.
No, just go
before slowly faded into a syrupy sweet honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, just coats
Okay, this got really gross.
the uvula.
Yes, it does. My vulva.
All right. With the additional water, the strong
your
pepper
vulva.
notes are subdued, allowing for a sweet cinnamon streusel and stewed apples to come to the forefront of the palate.
I pick up sweetness, and it's got some nice, decent viscosity. Good coatage, sweet.
I got to tell you,
Excellent.
this is
excellent. Is it a blend?
yes,
It is a blend.
yep, it's a cast strength blend.
Does it tell us what the blend is? I mean,
It does not. None of that little bottle. They're very lacking. Oh, actually, Mr. Producer, can you check that website? See what is blended?
yeah, is it a blend with like 10-year and 4-year and 6-year and 8-year?
Scroll up. I think it says right there. Right there.
Tell us something here.
Oh, those are the awards.
Older barrels from both Kentucky and Tennessee. They're folded in slowly.
Oh,
Wow.
Folded
nice.
and slowly. Huh?
I like my bourbon folded.
So Stellum Bourbon finds its flavors in
I like
the
mine bent
tension
over.
of 3 Indiana bourbon mash bills, 2 of which are high rye, with the third being almost exclusively corn. Older barrels from both Kentucky and Tennessee are folded in slowly.
Ooh.
So it's got MGP,
They got a lot of
Kentucky,
interesting things
and
going on
Tennessee.
here. So you mentioned that this did they buy this from Jim Beam? You said.
No, that was the Yamazaki. Is the distributor.
The
Beam Suntory is distributor for Yamazaki.
You said something about the Stellum.
No,
Who
these
they
are-
were.
Well, these are 3 Indiana bourbon mash bills. It's a blend of Indiana bourbon, so
But then
not
they-
Kentucky.
But then they fold in Kentucky and Tennessee.
That's right. That's right.
They fold it.
No,
I believe this is owned by Penelope, the same company.
That's what you said, Penelope. There you go.
I believe that's the
Well,
case.
they have a lot of I can see a trend or some similarities between them. Look, this one we got a rate. I'm going to tell you right now, we need to create these different categories, which ultimately we will, as far as the proof wise go, and just because they're different ratings. I mean, the lower one, like that the Yamasaki, that one was super good. So it's just like
I know.
It doesn't compare to this.
No.
no, it's just different.
It's different for one thing.
Yes. And what a price difference, huh?
That was 210. This was 50 or
Right.
60.
No, this was part of the package. My Bourbon of the Month club.
Oh.
Was-
Yeah.
Are you
I don't
saying we
think
can't buy
one
this?
This one was not. This is one we
we
got.
bought
at
another one.
This is one we got from Total Wine.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh.
I saw this bottle at Total Wine
Yeah.
Oh well,
just
stand
last
corrected.
Friday.
Yeah.
Well, this is good. I give it a. We always give them 7s, but
I'm going 8.3 on this.
That's exactly what I was going with. 8.3.
yeah,
It's good.
So I'm going to go 8.31. 8.315.
I think we need to start giving the exceptional ones, like the rare characters and the stuff like that.
Austin
Nines.
put me down for 8.5.
Yeah,
You're just trying to up us.
No, that's nothing to do with you.
8.6.
Was it the stone fruit?
It was the
Was
underripe,
it the sweet caramel washing over your tongue?
the moistness.
Creamy. All right,
I need an
I don't
adult.
think we can read this shit anymore. It's just so dumb.
Well,
But
it
it's
is
crazy. We say
ridiculous.
this every single time. When we
I
look
hate
at
it.
exactly what it says and we start reading it, the marshmallow, I taste it.
I
No, I
tasted
know,
The
I know,
marshmallow.
but-
apricot, I taste it. The honeysuckle.
Yeah, but anything they write, you're going to go, yeah, oh yeah, I think I taste that. It's a mind fuck.
It is.
Well, is it though?
It
Because
is.
look. This was exceptionally
Oh,
good.
exceptional.
I was very excited to have that. What a fucking lineup today with that first whiskey, which we're not going to rate that one, but we will on the upcoming one. Thank you, Brian. Shout out to H2Y Consulting.
Nice.
I just did that.
Very
Just
nice.
did that.
And this segment is brought to you by H2Y Consulting.
That was the initial sample. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying this segment, like, this part of the podcast.
Very good.
So look, you guys got to stick around and join us on the second half of this podcast.
It's going to get even better.
We actually have some homework done. We've got some things lined up. We didn't talk about a whole lot of politics. We're going to grind that for a little bit, and then we got the countdown on the next podcast of the top 10 or the top 20 or top 100.
I don't know what you pulled.
It's the
One-hit
wonders of the 80s.
Of the 80s.
One-hit wonders of the 80s.
And I can guarantee there's going to be more stupid shit being said.
Well,
By Paul.
oh man, yeah, you're Paul. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Thank you for being on Top Stuff News. I'm Sean.
I'm Bob Lowe.
And I am Jeff.
Wow.